right, we're gonna start with a statement from Coach Riley, and then we'll take some questions.
All right, yeah, win number 8. Win number 8. Remind the guys in this locker room. 11 months ago, we came out to a practice and watched the game with our future team coming up, and lots changed since then. So I think first and foremost, for our team, I was told them there, whether this is years down the road and we had a great season and won the national championship before, or here in year one, coming off 4-8 the previous year. First thing is we're going to do is we're going to appreciate winning. Winning's hard, and that's for us, our program, our players. Finding ways to do that is still paramount. So I'm extremely proud of the win. Had to finish it in a way that obviously we didn't want, but that's just part of it. And so very, very proud to get to the 8th win here. Very important for us as a program. We didn't play our best on really any of the sides. Didn't have a very good first half offensively. Did not finish the game well defensively. Made some big special teams plays, but also gave up a few, obviously, especially the onside kick. So obviously a lot to improve on. We know we're going to have to improve, but if you can improve by winning, you'll be there in the end. And that's, in my experience with these things, you get to the end and nobody remembers how. You either found a way to win them or you didn't. And the reality is this team is 8-1 with everything in front of us. And we got a big week coming up in terms of a short week and being able to operate that way. It'll be our first challenge playing on 6 days. We'll need to face that well, get ready for the next challenge, and try to go get win number 9.
Lincoln, what was the biggest difference with the defense from the first half to the second half?
We had a couple breakdowns. We had an obvious breakdown on the screen and go. It felt like we had some momentum, like we were getting to the passer. We stopped the run early in the half, and it felt like we kind of kept bailing them out with penalties, with a few of the several pass interference penalties that were big. One down there in the obviously in the low red zone that was a huge play. A couple where it kind of felt like they really didn't have anything going. And listen, when you give a team momentum like that, you're kind of asking for them to take advantage of it, and they did. And then I thought there towards the end of the game didn't tackle the way that we did really the first 3 quarters of the game. So we did some really good things defensively, but obviously didn't finish anywhere close to the way we expect to play.
How do you improve upon that defense, especially with UCLA and Notre Dame, some good offenses coming up on the horizon?
You just keep working. I mean, the same way that we have from day one. And I think we keep working, and then I think we keep pushing to get our guys healthy that haven't been. We've obviously, all sides of the ball, we've been playing without a lot of key guys. We've asked a lot of guys to step up. 2 of those guys, here in this room that have stepped up and done some really good things for us. But yeah, I mean, it's you got to continue to improve this time of year. You got to continue to grind and push them on the practice field, which we will do, and we got to be ready to play our very best here in the end.
How do you get to that point where you reach kind of playing a full 60-minute game on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, kind of having both sides?
Yeah, I mean, we're closer than we or probably anybody else thinks to doing that, but you got to go do it. And the margin of error, kind of the margin from kind of where we are right now to doing that is very thin. There's not a huge difference. There's a handful of key plays in the game that we simply have got to make more of, and that's on all 3 sides. And we had some opportunities, like getting all the stops early. We had some opportunities offensively. I mean, it could have been, we could have really separated, and we didn't. And then obviously defensively, we had some opportunities in the second half to put it away, and we didn't. And so, listen, if you're winning, you're doing more good than bad, right? We just got to do more good, right? And we got to continue to eliminate some of the bad football that has held us back from playing our best.
The performances from Jackson and Washington obviously were key tonight. Could you talk a little bit about that and what you've seen in them these past couple weeks when you really needed it?
Yeah, sure. They're 2 really competitive players, 2 guys that have made an impact not only on offense but on special teams. They're 2 guys that, right at the beginning when we started them, and they weren't necessarily at the top of the depth chart, or guys that were getting a lot of opportunities, and they've hung in there, and they've continued to work, continued to improve. Like, those guys are kind of evident of what we need to be as a team, right? You keep improving, then those opportunities show up and you're ready. And really proud of this guy, proud of Taj. I mean, we've obviously with some players down, we needed guys to step up, and they've done it in a big way.
Mekhi, is there any level of frustration for the defense in terms of how they even closed out the game?
Oh, most definitely, but we know we just got to get back to work and practice, and we'll figure it out.
Michael, what's it been like for you ever since Utah? You know, just making play each and every week, and tonight your first 100-yard game. What's that progression been like for you over these past few weeks?
I think it's just, getting comfortable, getting back into the swing of things. Obviously, in the beginning, I was dealing with injuries and stuff like that, but I think coming back, getting that confidence back, just staying consistent, just knowing what I have to do, my job, everything like that, just playing my best game when I go out there, just giving it my best. So.
Was it hard to stay patient waiting for your turn?
No, not necessarily. I knew what I was dealing with. It was a long road. I had to come back from injury. I had to prove I was healthy. But Lincoln trusted me. When I go in, that I'm gonna make a big play. So.
Mekhi, where do you feel like the defense is at this point in the season?
We just got to be consistent. When we fire on all cylinders, we just got to be more consistent than that.
Early in the year, after a win, Travis Dye said that maybe there was a little bit of complacency that might be setting in. Do you sense any of that?
I haven't on the practice field. I mean, I wasn't real enthused about how we started the game, but I thought kind of mentality really. I felt like that. I didn't feel complacency. I honestly felt like we started playing pretty good there at the end of the half, closed the half well. Felt like we were starting to squeeze them down at the beginning of the second half, and I think the guys were really wanting to separate and just kind of go knock them out, and we couldn't quite get over the hump. And I sensed some frustration a little bit at times when it's like we're not playing our best, and I did sense a little bit of frustration. And we got to get past that, right? This is college football. Like those other teams we play, like they got coaches and players too, right? And so we got to get past whatever it is. But I don't sense complacency. We practice hard. They continue to listen and to respond to the ways that we challenge them. So we just gotta get better.
Lincoln, Michael's yards per touch this season has been really astronomical. What is it about him that makes him such a good fit for your offense?
Well, he attacks the ball. He's got confident hands. So sometimes you see wideouts that their hands aren't as confident. So they maybe hesitate a little bit to make sure they catch it, where he really rips through the ball. And he's good after the catch. He runs hard. He runs aggressive. I mean, some guys you see, they're just kind of running to get what they can get. Some guys run as the aggressor, like I'm going to get mine, and he runs like that. And that's what makes him a good receiver and a good punt returner.
Coach, what's the hardest part about keeping the guys who are injured out, even though they kind of want to probably come back as soon as possible, but you want to save them? What's kind of the toughest issue?
Oh, there's no save. That's an easy question to answer. There's zero save. If any of those guys could have played tonight, they would. So they were medically not ready to go. We think we're close to getting some of them back, but yeah, we don't hold back for anybody. I mean, that's not our mentality here. So I mean, if we're playing Los Angeles Middle School next week, we're gonna try to have as many as we can.
Lincoln, we saw Jordan Addison warming up early, and then when the team came out, he wasn't in pads. Is he that close, or was it just trying to get to see where he was at?
He's very close. As the week went on, towards the end of the week, we knew he probably wasn't going to be able to go, or if he did on a pitch count, but he was not ready to play.
Let's do one more.
Lincoln, what did you think about just the special teams and how they played?
Some good and some bad. We had some. I mean, you had the monster plays, right? The Figueroa block kick. I mean, how important was that, right, in the game? Austin Jones pinning them down there on the kickoff. So we had some really good. We had a tough snap, and Jack's been money for us all year. I mean, those are going to happen. We had a tough snap, and also our guys did a hell of a job getting them on the ground even after the lateral. It looked like to me on the kickoff return that we were in place. We just didn't field the ball on the onside kick, and then I mean obviously we recovered the onside kick, which gave us a chance to win the game. So we had some really big crucial plays that were key to us winning. Obviously we got to execute better on the extra point. And then Sleepy didn't have his best night. He's punted really well for us. We've been really pleased with him. Was just a tad bit off tonight, and obviously hurt us a little bit there with field position.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.